Hi to everyone, it's Emanuele from Italy, but you know me better as Evil Dead Italia. Today I'm a little bit late because I have a huge surprise for you. Tomorrow, in fact, we are going to have a very couple of a very cool couple of guests. I hope you will enjoy the live I'm going to present. Before starting, I'm just waiting a little bit that someone enter in the live itself because at the moment I'm talking by myself and no one is connected. Just expect a couple of minutes. So this week was very interesting for Evil Dead fans. We have a lot of news. For example, the Magic Cards release. I don't know if you have seen that, but they are really cool, and I can show you something. In the meantime, we wait that a little bit of more audience join the live itself. There it is. I'm going to show you. So this is called the secret layer of magic, the guttering. You can see there is this store, and between the all the offers, you can find Evil Dead package with a huge number of cards. I'm going to show you better because it's a little bit small. Can you see it? Okay. I'm going to show you a little bit more. Just a moment. I'm sharing the event itself because no one is connecting at the moment. So one entered just now. Hello to anyone is following me in this moment. This is really moment. It's very moment. Just a moment. I'm sharing a little bit more the event so someone can enter and join. Okay. I just shared the event. Okay, so let's talk about this. Okay, there is this new collection of cards related to the Evil Dead with very cool arts, as we can see here. A very nice collection of dedicated art. These are standard cards of Magic, but with Evil Dead related arts. You can find this on the Secret Layer website, and you can order it until, if I'm not wrong, the beginning of November. So go there and buy it if you can, because these seem a very nice collectible. However, without any further ado, I'm going to show you the interview. The interview I talked with Betsy Baker a couple of years ago, while writing this specific book. I'm going to show you just a moment before everything fall down. Here it is. Okay. The interview I'm going to show you was took for this specific book, Evil Dead, Un Viaggio nel Regno del Male. This is the deluxe edition. The deluxe edition comes out for the 40th anniversary of the movie. There is the very big difference from the previous one version is that in this one there are pictures and there are more interviews related to the 40th anniversary, including the one with Betsy Baker. That is the interview I'm going to show you in a couple of minutes. Before of that, however, I would like to give a great announcement, because substantially I decided to do this specific live with a pre-recorded interview, because I work hard, let's say, to bring guests, in this weekly appointment we have. But it's not simple. I mean, I spam a lot of people. I write down mails. Sometimes someone replies. Sometimes no one replies. And what's happened here is that I decided to do this specific live with a pre-recorded interview. As soon I published the link of the interview, I got contacted by Betsy Baker and Teresa Tilly. So uh, today I'm going to have the live itself. What are you seeing with this interview with Betsy Baker? But tomorrow we are going to have this one. I'm going to show you the image um, because I would like to show you that. Just a moment. This is the live we are going to have tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to have a real-time live interview with the ladies of the Evil Dead, with Betsy Baker and Teresa Tilly, both in live. And we are going to you will be able to comment, and you will be able to comment tomorrow evening. You will be able to comment and let's say have your question replied by the lady itself. I mean, it is a great achievement. I'm even working for another live stream because on 24th of October we are going to have Old Erich. Just a moment, I'm going to show even here the screenshot if I can find it. Just a moment, because I have already the cover for that too. Okay, here it is. It's arriving. So tomorrow, Ladies of the Evil Dead in live stream, Betsy Baker and Teresa Tilly. On the 24th of October, I have still to create the event. We are going to have Old Erich, that you know better as Scotty in the first Evil Dead. So I'm working hard to bring you content, and I hope you appreciate it. It's not always easy, but this time I trying to give my best, and I hope you will like the lives. However, without any further ado, I'm going to show you the interview with Betsy Baker. It's not so long. It's a 20-minute interview because, as I said, it was intended to be an interview for a book. So let's say it was not interactive. It was not live. It was just a call between me and Betsy Baker, in which we talked about some question. The interview was taken in 2021, and it was taken in 2021, close to the 40th anniversary of the movie, before the video game got released. So you will understand why we were talking about the game itself. And however, without any further ado, I'm going to show you the interview. Just a moment, and it's arriving. Okay. So here we are. I have a few questions. So the first one is regarding the 40th anniversary of the premiere of Evil Dead. That is really close. Is in October, I suppose, if I'm not wrong. So
the game.
The movie is the 40th anniversary this October of the premiere of the movie. What are your impression and your feeling about the movie has got this milestone?
It's amazing, isn't it, Emmanuel? It's just amazing to me that this movie still has so many fans after all these years. It's just amazing to me. It's unbelievable.
Are you going to celebrate in some way with other person from the cast or crew involved?
So far we haven't. We may be at a convention,
Oh, okay.
but I don't know exactly yet. We're still working on that, and as soon as we hear anything, as soon as we hear um, that we're confirmed, we'll put it on our Facebook page, Ladies of the Evil Dead, and I can spread the word. But so far, no. I mean, we're not. We all don't live in the same place, so it would be hard to have a big celebration.
Okay, okay. So the second question is about Linda and her demonic counterpart. Linda is one of the most iconic characters of the whole Evil Dead franchise, and even of the whole movie horror pantheon, let's say. How was to play the role of a possessed girl? I mean, did you take inspiration from some particular character have you seen before, or it was?
No, not really. I don't like horror movies. I don't like scary movies. But Linda's character evolved with Sam and me talking one night. And I said to Sam, why don't you make her really, 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 really sweet? So sweet that, it's just almost sickening. And so that became this sweet, sweet girlfriend, nice and positive in every way, and became with the big rosy cheeks and the big eyelashes and the sing song. And when I started, he said, one time when we were in a meeting, Sam said, well, how would you make it sound? And I just said, just make it sickening sweet, like a baby doll, like a baby doll. We're gonna get as sweet as possible. And Sam said, yes, that's it. So he liked that. So we incorporated that into Linda's character.
This is wonderful. Thank you. So we all know that acting in the woods of Tennessee was pretty hard. We know the story of the scleral lenses and so on. Have you any particular memories about the worst or even the best moment? I mean, the worst moment you had there.
I think the worst. There were many, many worst moments, but I think the worst moment was being buried underground when we did the burial scene, when Linda's hand comes out and when she attacks Ash again. And it was really me underneath the ground, and it was cold. They put blankets in the hole, but then the blankets got immediately wet and dirty because it was, muddy. Yeah. And then they had to cover me with dirt. And the other worst part was when Ash hit me with the wood planks, and they said it wouldn't hurt, but it really hurt badly.
Yeah, I remember that. Maybe I've seen some extras with they eat with you with a blanket of wood or something like that, and it's
with a wood beam.
Beam, right? Beam.
They said it was a fake wood beam, and it would not hurt, but it hurt a lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
Talking about awful situation, I've interviewed Tim Philo years ago, something like that, and he told me there is that in the scene where Bruce is holding the chainsaw on you, the chainsaw was really working. So the question is, can you tell me some more about that episode?
The question is, Betsy, why were you so stupid? Is that the question? Yeah.
So I mean, so at the moment you agreed to that, but you are worried, or I mean, it was
Well, I don't know.
awkward situation. I mean,
I wasn't rewarded. Sam said, "Thank you, Betsy. We got it." But it was really, really. I would not advise anybody to do that. It was just stupid on my part, and on Sam's part, and on Bruce's part, and on Rob's part. And Tim is telling the truth. It was a real chainsaw, which is very, very dangerous. And we did one take. I allowed them one take, but you know, if that take didn't go well,
yeah, we were not talking now, probably.
yeah. So I would not advise anybody to do that for the sake of any theatrical drama, ever, ever, ever. It was really stupid on all of our parts, mostly me.
So the last couple of times I met you in convention, I met you the first I met you in my first convention. I was in Germany, then I was in Chicago, and then in Chicago, no, Germany, Chicago, and Germany again. I was in Dortmund the last time I met you. And during panels, you still reproduced the Linda Evil Lothar. Okay, so it's a stupid question, I know, but doesn't this Lothar require you some training exercise? I mean, it's pretty sharp. It's a sharp sound. I mean, doesn't hurt your vocal cords or.
Well, I don't do it for that long, and I don't know if you know this or not, Emmanuel, but I'm also a singer.
Yeah, so I remember you singing.
Every once in a while I practice, but the laugh, you know, I don't do it that long. It doesn't hurt my throat. It's again, when Sam and I talked about Linda being very, very sweet, you know, there's a bunch of ways you can laugh. You can go, you can be sort of Cruella de Vil, you know, from Disney 101 Dalmatians. But a really sweet baby doll would be, and so that's what we decided to go with, but it doesn't really hurt my throat too much. No.
Okay. And so do you actually sing? I mean, is a hobby, or you do even as work? I mean,
what's the question again?
You told me that you sing.
Yes.
Do you like as a profession too, or?
I used to do it as a profession years ago. No more. Now I teach at elementary schools.
Oh, it's very nice.
Yeah, it's really.
So you teach singing, or you teach as a. Oh, it's really cool. It's really cool.
With 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, 7, 8, 9, 10-year-olds.
It's fascinating. It's very fascinating.
Yeah.
So I've read somewhere, probably on a Sam Raimi biography or something like that, that you met Bruce Campbell, Sam Raimi, and Robert Tappert for the first time in an Italian restaurant. Is that true? And
it's
you can.
True. It's true. Well, in United States, they say it's an Italian restaurant, but it's not like your restaurants. But it was in Michigan, in the city of Detroit, and they just wanted to meet a few people that they thought, you know, might be interesting for them to audition and be in the movie. And so they asked me to meet them there, and we met, and we didn't order pizza, we didn't order food, we just ordered, you know, cola, and talked for a long time. And then then Sam invited me over. He was living with his mom and dad at the time. So he invited me over to his parents' house with Sam and Rob, with Bruce and Rob. And we did a couple of scenes together, and he offered me the part.
Okay, very nice, very interesting. So another question: how the Ladies of the Evil Dead project was born?
How was it born?
Yeah, so how the project Ladies of the Evil Dead. I mean, it's something I'm very curious about.
Yeah, it's interesting because in 2001, wow, 20 years ago, 2001, there was a big theater here in Los Angeles, and they were going to show the premiere of the remaster, the improved Evil Dead. And one of the people on the board, on the big decision board, they knew my husband, and my husband knew me. And they said, well, we know how to find Betsy Baker, because at the time I wasn't acting. I had stopped because we had 2 small children. And they said, we'd like to invite you to the premiere. And I went, great. And they said, well, we wish we could find the other cast members to invite them also. Well, there's only 5 cast members. And I was very good friends with, and am still very good friends with Sarah York, who, well, that's what she called herself back then. Her actual name is Teresa Tilley. Yeah. I said, I will give you her phone number. She would love to come too. So we went together, and we had a lovely evening together, and we talked, and we said, wow, we should do these more often. We should go to conventions. We should look for Ellen, who played Cheryl. And so this was before, computers and everything. So we had to look for Ellen, who lived in Detroit, and we had long phone calls with her once we found her. And we decided to make the Ladies of the Evil Dead.
Cool, very cool. And I have a great curiosity about this particular thing. Sometimes it happened. I wrote to your page on Facebook, and I have this great doubt. Do you know who is the person which replied to the messages? Because I ever wondered.
It's probably Teresa.
Okay.
It's probably Sarah York, aka Teresa. She answers a lot of them. Yeah.
Okay. Because I never asked it, because I don't know who is between you three, and so I was really curious about that.
It's I would say 199% it would be Teresa. Sarah York answers. Yeah.
Okay. In your mail signature, I can see Evil Dead the game. So, are you officially involved, I suppose, in the project? Can you tell something, or you have signed something?
Yes, I am officially involved, but no, I cannot talk about it.
Okay.
But and part of it is because I don't know much. I don't know many details either. I just know they're working on it, and but I can't talk about it right now. But
okay, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. And when we do know more, we will put it on, the Facebook Ladies of the Evil Dead and my Betsy Baker Facebook page. So, yeah.
Well, very cool. Very cool. In our last question, I suppose, and then I can leave you. When Evil Dead 2 comes out, when there was the script for Evil Dead 2, you were not involved in the movie. It was due to the fact you were pregnant for a child, or something. I read something like that. But I would like to ask. I mean, you would have participated to that movie, or probably you will not. You were not interested at the time. I mean.
Oh no, I was interested. I mean, they called me in 1986. They called me, and this is weird, Emmanuel. They called me and said, hey, let's meet at a restaurant. It was Sam, Bruce, and Rob, and they had all moved out to Los Angeles. I was already living in Los Angeles. And so we met at a coffee, breakfast spot. And when I walked, they said, we want to talk to you about Linda in Evil Dead 2. As a dream sequence, and Ash, thinking about you and having some scenes with you. And I said, okay, we'll get together and talk. And so I met them. But what they did not know until I walked in there is that I was pregnant with our daughter. And they just said, we can't move the schedule around. And it just wouldn't look good that Linda was pregnant.
Yeah, I can
So they
understand.
had to change the script a little, and they brought in, oh, I can't remember. I know her last name is Fonda, Bridget Fonda.
Uh, yeah, no, it's the other one. The Bridget Fonda is the third one movie. In the second is the girl for the Steve Gutenberg's wife. I don't remember her name at the moment.
Yeah, I can't remember either, but you know who I mean. And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they brought in for a really, really tiny, a couple really tiny scenes. But I would have loved to have done it. I just couldn't do it.
Okay.
I mean, they were happy for me, but they just, they were on a very tight schedule and we couldn't change it. So
Okay.
that's what happened.
This year, probably there will be another new Evil Dead movie. Evil Dead Rise.
There's another one, and Bruce says he's not going to be involved.
No, exactly.
I mean, I think he might be an executive producer, but he says he's not going to do the Ash character.
Yeah.
We will see. Sometimes, but that's what I've heard. But I don't know anything more about it.
So the real question is, if in the future someone asks you if you want to be involved in an Evil Dead project, for example, Ellen Sandweiss was in the second series of Ash vs. Evil Dead. So in the case someone asks you to be involved in an Evil Dead project, you will accept it, or something you don't like to do at the moment? I mean,
no, I would accept it, and I would be very cautious of the violence and the thriller, because I do think there's a huge difference between the Evil Dead that was made in 1980 and the Evil Dead that was made in 2013. And movies and TV has just gotten a lot more violent, But I would have to, of course, see the script and everything. But if somebody were to ask me to do something for Evil Dead, I would do it. And I'll tell you why. Also, because I'm very, it's been so, all three ladies of the Evil Dead, we say it at conventions. And I know you heard it, when we met you before, but it's true. We love seeing the fans, and we cannot believe that it has such a cult following. And all the fans have been great. And so, why not? Why not? Yeah, I would definitely.
No, it's lovely. This is lovely.
So this was the very, very short interview I had a couple of years ago with Betsy Baker. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know if you were online before the interview itself. I have just a couple of quick but very cool announcements related to the next lives. The one is a little bit unexpected even for me, but it's going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to have Betsy Baker and Teresa Tilly in live, okay? In live. So you will be able to comment and ask them eventually your question. Obviously, we will moderate them, but this is the cover for the next event. Tomorrow, interview with ladies of the Evil Dead. Okay, so I wait for you tomorrow. I'm going to share the event better because substantially, as I said, what is happening? I struggle to have a weekly appointment. I don't struggle to have the live, but I struggle to find the right guests, and it's not easy because you have to write to many person and wait for a response. So what's happened this time is that substantially I decided to have this, let's call it filler live stream with an interview I recorded, but I've never released. I never released the interview you have seen with Betsy Baker before, and it was intended for this book, Evil Dead, Un viaggio nel Regno del Male, that is a book written in Italian, and so it was not intended to be released at that time, but now it is. So tomorrow we are going to have the Ladies of the Evil Dead, and on the 24th of October, we are going to have roll drums, please. We are going to have just a moment again. We are going to have Old Erich on the 24th of October. I'm going obviously to share the event as soon the event is going to become more and more closer. But we're going to have the Ladies of the Evil Dead tomorrow and Old Erich in the next few weeks. In the meantime, I'm working for a couple of very cool lives again about the Evil Dead in general, and I'm working to bring to you other interesting stuff, more let's say not actors, not directors, but events maybe, and some other kind of stuff. So I mean if I get this live, you will know as soon as possible, because I'm working hard in the background trying to bring content to you all. So see you tomorrow, uh 2:30 p.m. Pacific time, tomorrow in the afternoon for the American. Why for European it will be in the late evening. And see you tomorrow, and have a nice night. Goodbye.